on the 24th of Tevet. It marks the Hilul of a really great Yemenite Israeli rabbi. His name was Rabbi Shalom Yosef Araki Z'tl. He was born in English year 1843, and he passed away on the 18th of January in the English year 1917. He was, that naturally was the 24th of Tevet, respectively. He would become a great Shluchei Rabbanan, rabbinic emissary, traveling various different countries and mitchazeking and raising funds for Israel. He'll become the head of the Jewish court, I believe, representing the first, let's just say, chief judge rabbi from Teman, from Yemen, in Jerusalem, respectively, and would found the synagogue called the Neve Shalom, respectively. So really, really great rabbi. Let's explore some of the great rabbis. Some of the great highlights of the rabbi's life. Now, he was born in an area called Sana'a in Teman. We've spoken about this area various occasions before. It had a great rabbinic and Torah Jewish community. I believe he was born in the English year 1843, and he came from great rabbinic auspices. His father's name was Rabbi Yosef Araki. Very, very great rabbi. I think come what, the year 1881, he would actually go with I believe, various other people from his family to the land of Israel, part of the Aliyat A'ale B'Tamar. Very interesting enough. I think we've spoken about this specific Aliyah in itself. It was in the year 1881, where many people will come, be a wave of immigrants coming, respectively, especially from Yemen, from Teman, respectively. He would be appointed various different prominent positions in Israel while they actually, the family settled in. They would settle in the area of Shiloh, and later on moved to the Mishkanot Yisrael neighborhood. And for a living over there, he would be, let's just say, a writer, writing in the Bet Din, in the Jewish court, respectively, in Jerusalem. He would writing the shtarot, the documents in of itself inside the Jewish court. I believe he also work part-time as a goldsmith. That was we mentioned various different great rabbis that would take on multitasking jobs in himself. Come with the year 1886, he would have been about 43 years of age. He would go represent as a rabbinic emissary, become a shluchei Rabbanan, representing the Sephardi community in general in Jerusalem, I believe, respectively. And he would travel, be very well traveled. He would travel to India, Hodu, respectively, as we say, Teman. He would also visit Calcutta. Very interesting enough, we've spoken about this today. Bombay, also very interesting, or Mumbai, you could say. Also Kochi, also that's interesting. I think that's also another part, basically, in India, and Singapore, and also naturally in Eden. I think he would go to Eden also, and to all different parts of Yemen. And I think come what, January 1887, he would return to Jerusalem. So was very, very well traveled for a specific year period, really strengthening those communities, while at the same time bringing, I believe, some funds back to Israel in of itself. And then come with the year 1905, he would be at that stage in time, about 62 years of age. He would found inside the neighborhood called the Mishkanot Yisrael neighborhood in Jerusalem, a synagogue, or Beit Knesset as we say in Hebrew, representing, let's say, the Yemenite community, the Neve Shalom. And very, very interesting. This was a great synagogue in itself, a famous synagogue. It now became in Jerusalem. And I believe he actually founded this on land that he had previously purchased. So it just showed he used all of his possessions. He was using his possessions and his lands for great, let's just say, greatness in of itself. He would serve as a leader of the Yemenite community in Jerusalem, along with another great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. His colleague was Rabbi Sarom, another great rabbi. I believe we actually made a video with in regards to him at that point in time. And I think he was part, initially, of the Va'ad Ha'edah Sfardit, at one stage in time, and I think at the end they would make their own committee, the Yemenites community, at one stage in time in the early 1900s, respectively, which is interesting enough, we have to point out. Okay, and then he would be appointed to become the head of the Jewish court, representing the Yemenite community in Jerusalem, a very prominent position. I believe he would keep this from 1908 till the time he passed away in 1917, for approximately a 10-year period in of itself, where many, many different responsibilities, different cases he would have to grapple with. And let's just say he was considered one of the first leaders of the Yemenite community in Israel, respectively. Very important. He was, which is actually interesting enough, he was the chief judge in Israel and would hold this title according to accepted, let's just say, tradition. Now, he had great brothers, including Rabbi Shalom and Rabbi Araki. They were two very important leaders of the Yemenite community in Jerusalem. Also, so much of his family will become great, important people, great Rabbonim, and make a huge impact in the land of Israel, especially in the early 1900s. And they passed away on January the 18th in the English year 1917. We're talking about 108 years ago from the time of recording. He left a great Torah colossal work that was named the Yad Shalom, which was various different teachings, let's say Chidushim, on Diktuk, and the language in of itself were very, very interesting enough, concentrating on Hebrew grammar. Remember, many of the great Yemenite rabbis have become great Hebrew grammarians and great linguists in of itself, and very, very great people. So very, very interesting. And it's his Hilula. And please don't forget to light candles in his memory. He was a founder of the famous Neve Shalom synagogue in Jerusalem, the original head Yemenite rabbi in Jerusalem, respectively, and very, very much a great rabbi in of itself. He was buried naturally, obviously, in Israel. That was the place of his burial also. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Friends, we've already covered maybe about 30 great rabbis from Sana'a, respectively, which is very interesting. And we've covered about 625 great Chachamim we've done video biographies on. We are a community here. Please, if you feel anyone is interested in learning about the great rabbis, please share the videos with other people that might be interested. And please subscribe to the channel over here. We're trying to explore, do an encyclopedia on the great Sephardi Edut Mizrach Rabbonim of yesteryear. So wishing you well, take care and be well.